Hello students, welcome to my channel Math Magic Minds. And today we are going to discuss about trigonometric ratios, video number 2. See, in the last class we already discussed about trigonometric ratios. So let us recall once. The ratio between opposite side by hypotenuse is called sin theta, and the ratio between adjacent side and hypotenuse is denoted as cos theta, and the ratio between opposite side to angle theta and adjacent side to angle theta, which is tan theta. And cosecant theta is defined as, this is cosecant theta, but shortly we write it as cosec theta. Okay, and the ratio between hypotenuse and opposite side to angle theta, and secant theta is equals to hypotenuse by adjacent side, and this is cotangent, cosecant, secant, cotangent, but shortly cosec, sec theta or secant theta, if not cot theta. This is cot theta. So that is the ratio between adjacent side by opposite side. Okay, so now listen here. So suppose this is a triangle ABC. Okay, ma'am. Now suppose angle is here, theta is here, then you know the opposite side is BC. BC will be the opposite side to angle theta, and AB is the adjacent side, which is adjacent side. Since angle at B is a right angle, then no doubt that AC is hypotenuse. Okay. So opposite side and adjacent side is depending on the position of the theta. If theta is here, then see here AB is the adjacent side. Whereas if theta is here at here, then the adjacent side is here AB and the opposite side is nothing but BC. For example, you know, see the same triangle ABC, but the position of theta is at C here, at C. Then can you guess what is the opposite side to theta and what is the adjacent side to theta? So obviously at angle at B is 90, then no doubt opposite to right angle, that side is always considered as hypotenuse. And now since theta is here, then the opposite side to theta is nothing but AB. So here AB will be the opposite side, whereas BC will be the adjacent side. BC is nothing but adjacent side, right? So please take care about the position of the angle theta. According to position, opposite side and adjacent side are going to be considered. Okay, fine. So now these 6 ratios, sin theta, cos theta, tan theta, cosecant theta, secant theta and cot theta, all these 6 ratios are together call them as trigonometric ratios, if not trigonometric functions. Trigonometric ratios or trigonometric functions. Now you look at me, ma. In the last class I already explained you about these second 3 are the reciprocals of the first 3. You see here, See, what is that actually we got it here? Sin theta is equals to, we got it finally as some y by r, isn't it? Y by r. Now this y by r, can I write 1 by r by y? Can we write it or not? We can write it. Therefore, sin theta is equals to 1 by r by y. R by y is nothing but cosecant theta. So sin theta we can write it as 1 by cosecant theta. Similarly, cosecant theta we can also write it as 1 by sin theta. And also we can say that the product of them, I mean sin theta into cosecant theta, which is equals to 1. So these are the three results we can find out from this. So result number 1, sin theta we can express as 1 by cosecant theta. Of course, sin theta is always opposite side to angle theta by hypotenuse. This is the basic fundamental formula, isn't it, for sin theta. But the second alternate is sin theta we can also write it as 1 by cosecant theta. Similarly, from this cosecant theta also we can write it as 1 by sin theta. And finally, the product of these two, sin theta into cosecant theta, is always 1. Okay, so that's why, you know my dear, here the functions or the ratios sin and cosecant are reciprocal to each other. These are the reciprocal to each other, right? Sin and cosecant are reciprocal to each other. Now similarly, you just look at what is cos theta. So cos theta is nothing but what it is, x by r. Cos theta is nothing but x by r. What is x? X stands for here AB, isn't it? If not, do one thing. Instead of x by r and y by r, better we will go with cos theta is equals to, what is the fundamental formula for cos theta? Is the ratio between adjacent side by hypotenuse, isn't it, ma? And this is, let me want to write 1 by hypotenuse by adjacent side also we can write it, isn't it? So what is the ratio of hypotenuse by adjacent side? Hypotenuse by adjacent side is nothing but we consider it as secant theta. So therefore cos theta we can write it as 1 by secant theta, and from this secant theta we can write it as 1 by cos theta, and from this we can also write that cos theta into secant theta is equals to 1. So these are the three more results. I mean, from this what we can say that, from this cos theta comma secant theta are reciprocal to each other, or reciprocals. These are reciprocals. So result number 1, cos theta is equals to 1 by secant theta, and from this result number 2, secant theta is equals to 1 by cos theta, and finally cos theta into secant theta is equals to 1. All these are very, very important results. You need to remember. Okay. Now look at the point number 3. Can you guess what is the other two pair? So basically, what is the formula for tan theta is equals to? Is the ratio between opposite side. Here shortly I am writing as opposite side, but you need to mention that opposite side to angle theta. That is the way you need to mention. Opposite side to angle theta by adjacent side to angle theta. Okay. So this is, let me want to write 1 by, can I write it as adjacent side by opposite side, isn't it, ma? Fine. So you know tan theta is equals to 1 by ratio between adjacent and opposite, which is cot theta. Cot theta. Therefore, from this cot theta is equals to, we can write it as 1 by tan theta. And from this we can also write that cot theta into tan theta is equals to 1. Isn't it? So these are the three more results. That is, please remember, tan theta we can also write it as 1 by cot theta. Cot theta we can also write it as 1 by tan theta. And cot theta into tan theta is always 1. So here, therefore, cot theta comma tan theta are reciprocals to each other. You understand now? So very, very important results. So try to recall once all these formulas. Just a minute. So note these points. Point number 1, sin theta and cos theta are defined for all theta belongs to R. For any value of theta, sin theta and cos theta are defined. Okay. But coming to tan theta and secant theta, these are defined only when x not equals to 0. So when x is equals to 0, then tan and secant are not defined. So that is what, when x is becomes 0, when theta belongs to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, where n is integer. For this odd multiple of pi by 2, then the value of entire tan theta and secant theta are undefined. That is why x should be not equals to 0. That means theta should be not equals to 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Okay. And similarly, cot theta and cosecant theta are defined only when y not equals to 0. Earlier we discussed x and y, AB length, BC length, x and y. That is what I am talking about here, x and y, the length of AB and the length of BC. So if theta is equals to n pi, n belongs to z, then y is equals to 0. Hence, cot theta and cosecant theta are not defined. Okay. So, and note number 1. What is the point number 1? Is nothing but x square plus y square is equals to r square. We discussed, in a right angle triangle, one side is x, another side is y, and this is we considered as r. So by applying Pythagoras theorem, r square is equals to x square plus y square. The meaning of this is nothing but modulus of x is less than or equals to r, comma, modulus of y is also less than or equals to r, small r. Okay. From this, let me want to divide with small r on both sides. Hence, modulus of x by r is less than or equals to 1, comma, modulus of y by r is less than or equals to 1. Now you see here, r is nothing but a distance, is it? No, r is nothing but a distance, length of some side, length of hypotenuse. It never be negative. That is why now this inequality I can also write it as whole modulus. Modulus of x by modulus of r, nothing but whole modulus is less than or equals to 1, comma, modulus of y by r is also less than or equals to 1. What is x by r? What we considered as x by r is nothing but sin theta. That's what I can say. Sin theta is less than or equals to 1. Of course, modulus. Therefore, sin theta is lies between -1 to 1. This point is very, very important. And similarly, modulus of y by r is nothing but modulus of y by r, I can write it as cos theta is less than or equals to 1. When you remove this modulus, we need to take plus or minus, which is -1 to 1. So this is the range of sin theta and cos theta. For any value of theta, if you find the value of sin theta, then the output, the answer is, the value will be lies between -1 to 1, including them. It can be -1 or it can be 1, or it is a value which lies in between -1 to 1. Similarly, cos theta also lies between -1 to 1. This is what we can also say that sin theta is always belongs to, the meaning of this is nothing but closed interval -1 comma 1. And even cos theta also. Cos theta is also belongs to closed interval -1 comma 1. So any value of theta, if you take and finally find out the value of sin theta or cos theta, then the output will be lies in this closed interval -1 comma 1. So regarding this, you will be understanding more clearly in the coming classes. Right now, we cannot give you the more details on this concept. Slowly, in the coming days, definitely you are going to know about what is this range. This is called as a range of this sign, output, minimum value and maximum value. We already discussed in the quadratic expressions and quadratic equations, isn't it? So the minimum value of sin theta is -1 and the maximum value of sin theta is +1. That is also you can understand from this. Similarly, the minimum value of cos theta is -1 and the maximum value of cos theta is +1. So coming to note number 5, using the previous result, in the note number 4 we got that modulus of x by r is less than or equals to 1 and modulus of y by r is also less than or equals to 1. So from this, if I take reciprocal for this, that is modulus of r by x, when I take reciprocal, then the inequality gets reversed. Less than or equals to becomes now greater than or equals to. Comma, similarly this is also modulus of r by y is greater than or equals to 1. You know what is modulus of r by x? R by x is nothing but secant theta. So that implies r by x is nothing but x by r is sin theta, no? Then it is cosecant theta, sorry. So that implies modulus of cosecant theta is greater than or equals to 1, comma, modulus of secant theta is also greater than or equals to 1. That means cosecant theta will be less than or equals to -1, comma, cosecant theta can be greater than or equals to 1. And in the same way, and from this also we can say that according to inequalities, we already learned about these inequalities, and from this inequality I can write that secant theta is less than or equals to -1, comma, secant theta is greater than or equals to 1. So this is what the range of secant theta and cosecant theta. Coming to point number 6, if x is not equals to 0, then actually what is tan theta is equals to? Tan theta is equals to y by x is a real number. When x is non-zero, then tan theta is defined. Similarly, if y is not equals to 0, then cot theta is equals to x by y. Since y is not equals to 0, then cot theta is also a real number. So all these are, my dear, we discussed depending on if theta is here, then opposite side is y, adjacent side is x, and this is as usual r. Let it be a triangle ABC. So based on this concept, we are going to observe these things. So please see that this is the range of cosecant theta. For any value of theta, cosecant function will be either less than or equals to -1 or more than or equals to 1. I mean, in between -1 comma 1, it does not exist. Similarly, secant theta also. Okay. And tan theta will be existing when x not equals to 0. I mean, this side is not equals to 0. And cot theta will be existing when y is not equals to 0. Okay. So So just now the points whatever we have discussed in the form of note 1 to 6 we can write at a glance as a tabular form. This is what domain and range of the trigonometric functions. Domain is nothing but where the particular trigonometric function is defined. Okay, and range is nothing but what is its minimum value and what is its maximum value of the particular trigonometric function. For example, first function is sine. Okay, then its domain is R. It is defined for every value of theta. Okay, and its range, just now we mentioned no closed interval -1 comma 1. Its minimum value will be -1 and its maximum value will be 1, and if not the values of sine, anything will be lies in between that particular interval only. Okay, and function number 2 is cos. You can replace angle with anything: sin theta, cos theta, sin x, cos x, sin A, sin B, sin C. The angle is as you wish. You can denote with any type of letter. And even cos also same, domain is R and range is once again closed interval -1 comma 1. And coming to third function, which is tan, and domain especially we discussed already, it is not defined at 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. It is not defined at this value. That is why I want to mention as which as r minus 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. R minus 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Except this value, odd multiples of 90, everywhere it is defined. That is the meaning. And the range is R. We discussed in the last note number 5 and note number 6. If x not equals to 0 or maybe y not equals to 0, then tan theta is a real number. Is a real number. So all real values are the tan theta values. Similarly, we can also observe the rest of the functions domain and range. So coming to cot theta, cot function, cot trigonometric function, its domain is r minus n pi, where n is integer and range is capital R. Okay, and secant theta and cosecant theta. Secant theta domain is r minus 2n plus 1 into pi by 2, comma n belongs to z. And just now we discussed with proof regarding the range, secant theta will be lies between, less than or equals to -1 or more than or equals to 1. The meaning is minus infinity to -1 closed union, closed 1 comma infinity. Similarly, the domain of cosecant function is r minus n pi, where n belongs to z, and the range is same as cosecant, secant theta. So please observe that domain is nothing but where the function is defined. Especially sin theta, sin and cos are defined for all values of theta, any angle. But tan is not defined. Tan and secant, you see, tan and secant are not defined when the angle is 2n plus 1 into pi by 2. Except this angle, the set of these angles, it will be defined everywhere. Similarly, cot and cosecant are not defined when an angle is n pi. So that is why, except that, that's what I can represent r minus n pi. N is always integer. Integer can be positive, can be negative, even n can be 0 also. Very, very important. This table is most important in this chapter. So next most important concept is about trigonometric identities. So there are 3 standard identities. One is sin square theta plus cos square theta is always 1. And second one is secant square theta minus tan square theta is equals to 1. And third identity is cosecant square theta minus cot square theta is equals to 1. So you can replace theta with any value. Then finally, sin square plus cos square is always 1, and secant square minus tan square is equals to 1. Similarly, cosecant square minus cot square is also 1. So look at the proof for first one. Proof of these identities. So as we considered earlier, let us consider a right angle triangle ABC. ABC. Okay. So no problem. Let it be said this is X and this side is Y. No problem. Even you can consider if you want AB as X and BC as Y. That doesn't matter. And assume that theta is here. And you know, this is always R, which is root of X square plus Y square. Okay, ma. So now from triangle ABC, can you tell me sine theta? Formula for sine theta is nothing but opposite side by hypotenuse, isn't it? That is, what is opposite to theta is Y and hypotenuse is R. Coming to cos theta is, what is the formula? Basically adjacent side to theta by hypotenuse. That is what here adjacent side is X by R. So now let me want to consider LHS, which is sine square theta plus cos square theta. This is what we want to find. What is sine square theta means? Y by R whole square plus this is X by R whole square. I think denominator is R square and so LCM is also R square. Then you are going to get Y square plus X square. Let me want to write X square plus Y square. And everybody know here R is nothing but root of X square plus Y square according to Pythagoras, and R square value is nothing but X square plus Y square. Hence X square plus Y square I can replace by R square and by R square, which is equals to 1. So therefore, which is nothing but RHS. So hence sine square theta plus cos square theta, which is equals to 1, is the identity number 1. Okay. Similarly, let us see the proof of second one. Now second proof. I want first of all secant theta. What is secant theta, ma? Hypotenuse by, first you must learn these formulas what we discussed in the last class. Hypotenuse by adjacent. So hypotenuse is R and adjacent is X. R by X. Fine. And tan theta. Tan theta is nothing but opposite side by adjacent side. Opposite side by adjacent side. So what it is? What it is? Opposite is nothing but Y by X. So go for LHS. What is LHS? Is secant square theta minus tan square theta is equals to we need to find. Okay, we need to find that as 1. Okay. Now secant theta is nothing but R by X, and it is R square by X square minus Y square by X square. So same, LCM is X square. Here we are getting R square minus Y square. But what is the value of R square? X square plus Y square and minus Y square. I want to replace only R square value. So Y square gets cancelled. Therefore X square by X square, which is also equals to 1. Therefore what we got here? Secant square theta minus tan square theta, which is equals to 1, which is the identity number 2. In the same way, you can also prove third identity. You can prove the third identity. And my dear, please note that, so especially these identities can also write like this. First one, instead of theta angle, you can change any angle. Not only theta, no, angle can be denoted by any capital letters, even Greek letters also. So let me want to write as, for example, sine square A plus cos square A. Just see that angle is same or not. Then this is also nothing but 1. Both are same. Sine square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Then sine square A plus cos square A is also 1. Since here angle is theta, but coming to here angle is capital A. That is the only one thing. Now second one, if I want, I can also write like this: secant square B minus tan square B, which is also 1, isn't it? So I can replace angle with any capital letters, any letter, isn't it? So here my angle is angle B here. So no problem, this is same as the above. That is why secant square B minus tan square B is also 1. And can you tell me about cosecant? So cosecant square, suppose if I want, I can write x. X is also an angle. Cosecant square x minus cot square x, which is equals to 1. Which is equals to 1. So here my intention is, I just want to say that angle can be replaced with any letter. The only thing you need to observe that both functions are having same angles or not. That is what you need to observe. Let it be A, let it be B, let it be X, let it be Y. That is no problem. But both the functions must have the same angle. My dear, suppose if it is like this: cosecant square x minus cot square y. Now is it 1? No, it is not at all 1. Why? Because here angle is x and here angle is y. This is not at all 1. Only both are having same angles, then only the identity is true. Okay? Hope you all understood the concepts what we discussed today. Okay? Thank you. Thank you for watching